Hey guys, and welcome back to Dovetail Flight School. So in this episode I'll be taking us through some of these glitch airports and places. So let's get started with this video. I'll be doing the same Piper Cherokee as last episode, but this time in a blue livery, but that doesn't really matter because in this episode we'll be looking at the scenery. So I'll start you from this screen and then show you around the airport. So first of all, I will say that the Garli airport in Norway, that has been corrected. There's no more giant glitch valley on both sides of the airport, so that's one thing we will be missing, but don't worry. Looking at the simtours.net website, there are still plenty of airports that are spectacular to have a look at, so let's give it a go. This is Knox Landing and New York ACIO 15NK, 15 November Kilo. Just give it a takeoff. Already you can see that textures are a bit, ground's a bit rocky and choppy, but it's once you're in the air when it gets spectacular. So let's pull up a bit. Don't need to go too high because, as you can already see, once you're off the airport grounds, you're already at a nice altitude. Trim that. Now how about that for an airport? Straight away, there are some airports already really interesting. So Knox Landing, that's built on a giant plinth, I guess. Giant tower. So if you live in New York, not too far away from the town over there, come take it a visit. An airport over there, not at crazy altitude. I mean, this airport itself requires FAA clearance. Welcome to Dovetail Flight School. I mean, in FSX, it looked a bit different. I mean, I believe in FSX it actually had a bit of a sloped side, not just shot up into the air. So they've corrected the scenery around it, but the airport itself is still at high altitude. Well done, guys. Well done. Let's go to the second airport, shall we? Right, so this is Armando Schlack Airport in Venezuela, ICAO SVAS, Sierra, don't remember what V is, I'm going to say Sierra Viera Alpha Sierra. Pretty nice airport this. You're at the bottom of a valley. Both sides. That's a road. And takeoff will be very interesting. I'm going to go full flaps for this because you're probably going to need it. And let's see if we can get out of here. Taking off a Piper Cub at this airport is definitely a no-go because although the actual space around it is nice and deep and big enough for you to actually fly the plane, definitely in low airspeed, but I just want to get the plane up. We have crosswind down here as well. It's a little ditch in the ground, its own atmosphere, I guess. Let's see if we try and get out of this giant ditch or if we just crash into the walls around it. I don't actually know if this is a real airport or a glitch texture airport. Sorry, not a glitch texture, just a glitch airport, but it's definitely a stunning one. Either way. Nope, doesn't look like we'll make this one. Just raise the throttle flap, sorry. Throttle's at full. You said this plane will make it. I mean, low takeoff speed is probably one factor to it, but no, I'm going to stall before I get out there. Oh well. That was an interesting takeoff. Otherwise, I think we should go to our next airport, shall we? Before I crash into this mountain. So, this is Newcastle Westpac Base in Australia. Now, straight away from here, you can see something's not quite right. If you go to the top-down view, I think you can now see what the problem is. I'm actually surprised this one wasn't fixed, actually, because SimTours, they definitely state that Newcastle Westpac Base, ICAO YV, sorry my screen's gone off, YXFV. Should have been a helipad, not a runway. So, whilst we're here, let's see if we can even take off at this airport. Full flaps again, shortest runway of 0 meters. Let's see what happens. Aim plane to the left, and try and, there you go, the runway's already disappeared because I'm off its perimeter. Nope, that's not going to work. And I have crashed into a building. Lower your gear next time. Oh well, next airport. So this is Spencer North in Florida, ICAO NRQ. No, right. So all looks normal until you go outside. Nice formation of an airport there. In FSX it looks the same as this. FS 2004 the runways looks a bit different, but still nice looking airport, I guess. One that you can fly to and land at any direction. And I'm on like 3 runways when I start. Shows that how busy this one is. Definitely a low takeoff speed, but if you look at these runways, they're not actually that long anyway. It's just the formations that are spectacular. Otherwise I'm already out of runway and now I need to get up. So there's one airport for you. You want to take off and land at any direction. Get a nice view of it all. There we go. Beautiful. Otherwise, let's go to the next airport, I guess. That's what we got here. Right, so this is WR Byron in California, ICAO 44CA or 44 Charlie Alpha, and well, we're on a tarmac, not the runway. Let me show you. If I go to outside view, top down, look how wide this runway is. If you had a Cessna in this airplane in this game, rather than going along the runway, you can take off from the left to the right side. It's long enough for that. So that's one for you. Let's go back to pilot view and take off from here. Plenty of runway. Plenty of everything, I guess. Just how wide it is. Probably the widest runway in the world. Let's pull up. Yeah, I wish these planes stayed more central and on the runway. But looks like crosswinds basically around the whole world. Yep, nice wide runway. Have a look behind us. Look at that. Even from a distance, it's still actually wider than the actual plane itself, from its looks perspective. Otherwise, very flat, mountains around the back, trees in front of you. Pretty nice airport, nevertheless. But otherwise, that's really it around here. Let's go to the next airport. So I hope you guys like Frogger, because I think you guys can already see what's wrong with this airport. This is Norfolk NS in Virginia, United States, KNGU, Kilo November, Golf U. Don't remember what that one is. I need help. Let's have a look around. Well, I think, yeah, you guys can definitely see what the problem is with this airport. We have to time this one right, because as you guys know, I've got crash mode on. Just do flaps down just the one. And let's go now. Looks like I've timed it right. Timed that one right. This direction. Yes, no, yes. Ah, just timed that one right. We've got nice speed to take off from. I'm very lucky that one. The car almost clips my back wings, but pretty good. If you guys want a bit of a game, Norfolk NS is where you want to be. There's plenty of gap now that I've taken off. Oh well, yeah, there's a massive gaps. Could have waited a bit longer, but it's a game. Frogger in an aeroplane. What more is there you want in life? Next airport. Right, so this is La Retama Southwest in Mexico, ICAO MM17 Mike 17, and well, let's show you why this airport's quite a spectacular one. I need flaps 1 depth for this, and let's accelerate down this runway. Press B because this is a high altitude airport. You can already see there's a nice hill at the end of the runway. Crosswind, absolutely massive up here. Whoops, clipped my wing on the ground there. So yeah, you can probably guess why the crosswind is so horrible up here. If you just look to your left and to your centre. Anybody want to talk about a view? Because I'm here for you. I have no clue if this is a real airport or not, but kind of does look like one, I got to say. And the ground around it, I guess, is up modelled. Not flat uphill, it's modelled. Pretty spectacular, this one. One of my personal favourites. Just look at the view from here. Got an airport over there, I think. That's a town. There is an airport nearby somewhere. And you've only just taken off at this point. And you're already like 5,000 feet. Let's have a look at my radar. On my radar, my altitude. Yeah, I'm at 300 feet. And I've only just taken off. And I haven't actually climbed. Spectacular. There's a nice lake around it as well. What more could you want as a pilot in life? Oh well. Next airport, I guess. Right, so this is Querks East in Zimbabwe. Like ICAO FV76 Foxtrot Vieira 76, and well, this was a glitch airport, but they fixed it, but probably in the most lazy style you could ever think of. I'll take off and I'll show you why. So flaps down to 2 because again crosswind seems to be worldwide these days. Altimeter, I guess. Try and keep playing it on the runway. I could take off now, but it would be the most healthy for the plane, but if it needs it, I guess I can go up. Especially with this giant hill at the end of the runway. Right, so this is why Querks is probably the most lazy fix out of all of these sceneries. I just turn to my left. Oh look, you can see where the runway used to be at least. Still floating over mid-air. Way too sharp turn. That's fine. Oh look! It's a giant pit. That there, the green on the grass on the floor, that's the original runway apron. You can see the runway still floating in mid-air. That's the original airport, and what they've done is they've moved it to the side a little bit. Querks East. How high are we here? We're now at 400 feet, so this is even deeper than that airport in Mexico. We've only just taken off and we're basically level to the runway. Stunning airport, this. And then we are now slowly climbing again, I believe. Or at least that'll show us climbing, because we are now over solid, close ground again. That's Querks East, and I think we've got 1 or 2 more airports to show you. Let's go to them. Well, this is already broken. We've crashed into the ground, and there are trees right in front of us. This is Phillips SW Godson International in Belize. MZBZ, Mike Zulu, Bravo Zulu. And you can already see why there's already a problem. We've spawned in the ground, and right in front of some trees. Before, in FSX, you could take off here quite fine, but looks like that's broken already, and I've got no functionality whatsoever while simulator reloads. So yeah, we've already crashed again. That's Philip SW Godson International. It should not even be here because it's broken. And I've got one more airport to show you. Let's go over to that. Well, I'm leaving the best till last. Welcome to the International Peace Garden in North Dakota, United States. S28, Sierra 28. 28, sorry. Now let's see why this is the International Peace Garden. What's that to our left, you may ask? Well, let's go find out, shall we? Let's do flaps down, throttle it up, yes, and set that up correctly. Now, this is why this is the best airports you can ever take off and fly at in this game. Absolute stunning what they've done to this place. Let's pull up, and let's turn left. I think you guys can already see what's going to happen here. You know that scene from Star Wars where they fly down a canyon on the Death Star? Let's recreate that, shall we? In FSX International Peace Garden. Turn around. And let's go down. And have a look at this one. Try and keep playing level, and I want to go down. Lower the throttle because we really don't need it in this place. Just look at that. Who thought this was a good idea? It's an absolute masterpiece to fly down. I'm gonna crash. No, I'm not. I've recovered, and yes, I have crashed. Went through the ground, but there you go. That was the International Peace Garden. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe if you did. And, well, do share this on social media. Do share this around the Dovetail forums, I guess. See if they want to try and fix any of these or keep them for us to enjoy. What an airport. What an airport. International Peace Garden. That comes up with the greatest name ever as well at the same time. I don't think you can get any better than this. Let's do it one more time, shall we? I mean, there's two canyons in this one. There's that one we were just in, and there's one slightly further on. We'll go fly to that one now. Let's raise the flaps. Try to avoid any of these trees. Try to avoid this giant cliff. Whoops, I stalled. Whoops. Okay, guess we're going down this one again. Down, down, down. Ah. Oh well, yeah. Please like, subscribe, share, do whatever you need to, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.